Dutch Kickboxing versus Savate. Now, Ramon Dekkers is the guy that just got kicked. Francois Pennacchio, right there, is the guy that is doing all the kicking right now. So notice they are wearing, I don't think that's shoes, but that's padded feet, right? Would that benefit our Savate guy, our Salvatore, our Tihu, as they call it, right? Because he's able to kind of maneuver his foot because his foot's slightly protected. Oh, Ramon Dekkers comes back with some crazy, crazy kicks. So Dutch kickboxers, basically, if you combine Kyokushin and Muay Thai, right? So some of their kicks are a combo that's in between a whip kick and a baseball bat kick. And they're much more punch heavy than your standard Muay Thai guys at the time. So that was Pennacchio throwing. His Savate kicks are a little bit more dance-like, right? Oh, ouch! Wow, he ended that sidekick combo with a punch. Oh, this is going to be a great match, guys. So, the commentary's in French or Italian. I don't know what, but... So, I noticed that Dekkers is the one pressing forward. Pennacchio is the one dancing around Dekkers. So, from an energy conservation perspective, Dekkers is spending a little less energy. But, again... Salvatores, they fight a little different than what we expect or usually see. So maybe they just have better cardio because they're much more bouncy. They're much more flowy than your Dutch kickboxers or your Muay Thai kickboxers. Nice light kick by Pennacchio. Wow. The Salvatore, aka the Tihu, is actually good with his punches too. This is a really, really formidable match. Wow. All right, guys. Round 2. Again. Dutch kickboxing versus Savate. Savate guy throwing the kicks again. Dutch kickboxers also, oh, that was a great push kick. Dutch kickboxers are great roundhouse kick. Dutch kickboxers are notoriously good at taking thigh kicks and leg kicks. That was such a Savate kick. Wow. This is so cool. Anyone that says you can't see the difference between these two fighters, oh, that was great. He attacked the supporting leg. Needs to watch a little bit more Savate, man. Savate looks so silly, right, in some ways, but when you see it go up against someone like Ramon Dekkers, you know that if you train Savate right, it can do well. Just the way they move, their hips, the way they extend into the kick, especially the push kicks, it's so different. The body mechanics, the fascia sling is different. Look at Ramon Dekkers. There's a current guy in karate combat named Ramon Daniels. Different guy, by the way. This is Ramon Dekkers. So, Savate guy, not too bad with his punches either. So, very formidable. Which makes me wonder, right? Mostly in Savate, at least in Savate competitions, they're only allowed to kick with their shoe. Does this Savate guy also kick with his shins, which is, I think, was that the instep of his shoe or was that a shin kick? I don't know. So, great kick to the inside thigh by his power leg. Look at that. Look at the flow. It's definitely thrown off Ramon Dekkers, right? Ramon Dekkers can't find the rhythm right now. So, I think round 2, I would say even round 1 probably Pennacchio won too. Round 2, Pennacchio's definitely winning. Look at that. He punched him. That was a solid connection with a punch. So, 1 round goes to Pennacchio for sure. I don't know about the first round. So, let's just say 1-1. So, here we have round 3. And again, Pennacchio throwing a lot more kicks. And that was a great side kick to the face, man. Usually, you only see Sanda guys throw side kicks to the face like that. But Pennacchio is proving that there's another style that has equally formidable, crazy fast side kicks. Look at this. Wow. Dekkers with his more baseball bat-like, but also a little bit whip-like kicks, right? The way the Dutch kickboxers throw the kick, it has the initial kind of snappiness of a Kyokushin kick, and then it turns into a Muay Thai kick, if that makes sense. So whereas Pennaccio's roundhouse kicks are very snap-like, but almost has a dance quality. Like, it looks like a ballerina throwing a kick, not just like a karateka throwing a kick. Look at that, Dekkers pressuring with his boxing. Ooh! I think Dekkers feels like he lost the first 2 rounds, man. So he's got to press harder. Yeah, press with your boxing. So the one thing I do notice about Mr. Savate, K. Pennacchio, is that I don't think his 50% of his roundhouse kicks aren't doing too much damage. Not to say they don't add up later, but they don't have that penetration that Dekkers' roundhouse kicks have. Look at that great 1-2 and then a lead roundhouse. Oh, little liver punch that Pennacchio gave. And then, as we know, it just takes a little bit more energy to be walking backwards and circling around. So I wonder if the cardio is eventually going to go into Dekkers' favor. So that's the 4th round, man. That one was pretty even. Maybe the edge goes to Dekkers. But right now, I think Pennacchio got this. I think Pennaccio's going to win this if they keep fighting like this. I think Dekkers needs to do something. I think Dekkers needs to get Pennacchio into the pocket. That's what needs to happen. But Pennacchio is pretty good with his footwork, right? He's not getting put into the pocket. So Dekkers just needs to force. Ooh, wow, she took a punch to the face pretty hard. Dekkers needs to force those kind of in the pocket type of exchanges. And then I think he's going to win out. But Pennaccio's not letting him do that. He's got superior savate angles. Look at that. That was a great uppercut to the ribs. So, man, for anyone that wonders how savate can do against your more sort of established kickboxing styles, this is the perfect example. Oh, man. Pennacchio getting outboxed, man. I was going to say, maybe try some step-in jabs or some really explosive jabs. Like, how do you close the distance is basically the question we're all asking for Dekkers right now, because Dekkers is not able to close the distance well. There we go. You see what I'm talking about? You can be quick with the jab. You could close the distance. There it is. I think Dekkers figured it out. There you go. Yeah, be quick with the jab. Be very explosive with that jab and then stick there with combos. Yeah, because you're not going to be able to beat him at the kick range, which is crazy that the Salvatore, the Tigre, has a better kick combo / kick fluidity than the Dutch kickboxer. But, oof, look at that. Dekkers got jabbed again and leg kicked. This round goes solidly to Pennacchio. Oh, look at that. Pennacchio won that exchange. Wow. Here we go, round 5. This is a knockdown? Okay, he might have just slipped. I don't know. The camera was a little too far. So, Pennacchio again seems to have Dekkers. In fact, he even has Dekkers backing up now. Look at this. He's got Dekkers backing up. But that actually might be Dekkers' game plan. He wants to bait Pennacchio in so they can have more of that kind of close range attack exchange, right? Never mind. That's not Dekkers' plan. Dekkers is such a dominant fighter. That's why it's so weird to see him just completely get outmatched like this. Really shows, man. You got to do research on your opponent, right? I wonder if Dekkers did research on Pennacchio. Oh, great push kick by Pennacchio. Wow, this makes me really want to train Savate, man. Savate is such a cool style if you use it right. Oh, that was a great kick to the body, to the torso by Dekkers. Another one by Dekkers. Okay, Dekkers is coming back. Oh, he got him again. Oh. Okay, so what's working here? How is he timing it perfectly? How did he time those 3 roundhouse kicks perfectly? Okay, now Pennacchio is hitting at various parts of the leg of Dekkers. Wow. Look at that. Pennacchio definitely feels those roundhouse kicks, man. He lost his confidence. Oh, he's in the pocket, dude. Dekkers, why didn't you keep attacking? You had him in the pocket for a second. Oh, you do not want to be in this range with Pennacchio, Dekkers. Come on, trap him in the pocket again like last time. Oh, that was a missed opportunity right there. Get him in the pocket. Okay, that round, I think, I don't know, man. Pennacchio is just a different beast in this. Guys, how epic is it that it's 6 rounds, man? This is probably going to go 12 rounds. At least 8 rounds, right? Dekkers, I realize, because he's got way more power in his roundhouse kicks, there's a little bit too much of a telegraph. So Dutch kickboxers, they don't completely switch step. They have like a half switch step. And Dekkers does that a lot. He does like a half switch step with his switch kick. So that's a telegraph right here. It's still better than like a full switch step, but it's still a half switch step, right? Look at that. Side kick by Pennacchio. Wow. Great angles by Pennacchio. Pennacchio. I guess that's how you say it. Look at that. 2 roundhouse kicks landed. See the difference between the power levels and the roundhouse kick? Like when Dekkers lands a roundhouse kick, it does way more damage, right? But it's telegraphed. So, look at that. See Pennacchio landing a roundhouse kick to the elbow area versus even the leg kick, right? There's a snapping ballerina quality. So, Pennacchio, I think, has been mostly orthodox in this round. Now, Dekkers, I've been looking at his footwork. I don't know if he's been southpaw the whole time or he switches his stances. I think it's a classic orthodox versus southpaw battle. Which is crazy because usually the southpaw has an advantage, right? But in this case, the orthodox fighter is doing way better. This is great. This is great to watch, man. I'm going to have to rewatch this again. Really analyze how Pennacchio just dismantles Dekkers, man. He's slowing down, though. Pennacchio's slowing down a little. Oh, I think if Pennacchio keeps slowing down, Dekkers has a shot. Here we go, round 7. Round 7. Yeah. So Pennacchio is definitely more bouncy, right? It comes with the Savate territory. Dekkers is a little bit more flat-footed. Oh, that was a axe kick right there. Wow. Look at that. Yeah, you could argue economy of motion, but if you've got good cardio, who cares, right? There's no one way to make it work. And the more you watch these matches, the more you see. Of course, a Muay Thai gym will tell you there's one way. The boxing gym will tell you there's one way, right? But, oh, man. Dekkers has taken so many of those side kicks to the face, man. Just, the conditioning is crazy on Dutch kickboxers. Look at that. It's like the Dutch kickboxers a lot of times will sacrifice their legs. It's like, okay, you can hit me a lot in the legs, but I just will protect my face. But he's taken a few side kicks to the face, so I don't know if his strategy's working. Which is weird. How does the side kick, the foot, how does the width of that foot go through someone's guard? We'll have to look. Next time he connects with a side kick, we're going to have to look how... It must have been when Dekkers kind of drops his hands a little, right? It must have been timed that way. Like when he has his hands more towards his lower chin, that's how Pennacchio kind of connects with a side kick? Or maybe it's when Dekkers is throwing a kick. We'll have to see. So it's more like a side kick intercept. But either way, that was the second or third time he's swept him by attacking the support leg, right? In capoeira, there's a similar kick called the banda, but the banda is more like you're tripping his heel. This is more, Pennaccio's kicking at the thigh area of the supporting leg. Okay, so this is, I think, the 8th round. And another exchange of roundhouse kicks. So, Pennacchio, there's a noticeable bruise near his eye. I don't know if that's just Vaseline or that's just the bad quality of the footage, but I noticed a bruise near his eye. I don't know when that happened. So, Pennaccio's not as bouncy as before. Still trying to move in different angles, but notice, you see, he's not as bouncy as before. Ooh, nice combo. So, that Savate version of a push kick, I think, Dekkers is starting to be able to anticipate. But the leg kicks of Savate are just too quick for Dekkers. I'm just absolutely, I love watching these matches because I had this bias going in. I thought Dekkers was going to dominate, and then we're going to see some moments of Pennacchio doing well, but Pennacchio is completely dominating this match. Wow. So for those of you who study Dutch kickboxing, for those of you who study Muay Thai, or those of you who study Savate, what would be your game plan in this? Because obviously Dekkers isn't working, right? I mean, I was saying earlier, bait him into, or trap him in the corner. Basically get him into one of those fights that you're prepared for, right? Dutch kickboxers love to have that kind of brawl type fight where they use their superior boxing. Like, you don't want to be in the center of the ring. And I don't know why Dekkers, that one time he had him in the pocket, he didn't just go in and just start wailing. So that was the end of the 8th round. Are they going to go more? 9th round. Wow. 9th round, guys. So, another leg kick by Pennacchio. This is crazy. Dekkers can barely raise his legs, I don't think. Look at that. So, yeah, the kicks do add up, right? By the 9th round, he's going to feel it. Wow, look at that. Dekkers is barely able to raise his legs, man. Look at his thighs. His thighs are a little bit inflamed. Wow, look at that. Notice the way the push kick works. There's an extra foot part of it, if that makes sense. Like, the foot has an extra sort of few inches that it, I don't know. We'll have to show it in the future, but it works slightly different than the Muay Thai push kick, the teep. Wow, Pennacchio not slowing down this round. His power levels went down a little, but cardio-wise, he still go, ouch, ooh, ouch. Come on, Dekkers, you got to know, you have to have a knockout, man. You're losing so far in points. Yeah, wow. Again, man, shows, don't go in there with assumptions, man. I thought Dekkers was going to dominate. Wow. I have so much respect for Savate, man. There we go. Keep in the pocket. Stay in the pocket, Dekkers. No. That was the little shovel kick that Wing Chun people claim is only in Wing Chun, but we see it in Savate too. I don't know what they call it in Savate, but it's like a little shovel kick, a little oblique kick. So, there we go. Boxing range. Jeez. So I think besides studying the footwork of Savate, study the combos of Savate, man. It seems like they're so quick with their combos. Way dismantling of Dekkers, man. I am so impressed with Savate. So our man Pennacchio, I'd be very surprised if he didn't win this. Are they going to read the scores? I wouldn't be able to understand. Yeah. Pennacchio wins. Savate dismantles Dutch kickboxing. That's crazy, guys. So if anyone that does Savate would love to show me some stuff online, whether just a lesson or just some kicks or just some combos, please send me. Please send me. I don't think I've ever seen something so cool. And what I mean by cool is it's not just effective, but it looks elegant. It literally looks like what I would imagine a ballerina doing Muay Thai would look like. And that's beautiful. That's what we want to discover on this channel. We're trying to find the stuff that's off the beaten path. Now, I get it. French people know of Savate, but France is not the center of the world. I'm sorry. France is the center of France and maybe parts of West Africa, but France is not the center of the world. So most people don't know about Savate. So to me, and to 90% of my audience, this is something amazing that we've never seen before. So anyone, you could be French, you could be not French, I want to see more Savate, man. Show me more. Preferably your own stuff, but anything. Send me more stuff. Talk to you guys soon. Fight Commentary Breakdowns.